Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Rangers 4, Aberdeen 0. I think we're all surprised, some pleasantly, some not. But yeah, Aberdeen had it all to play for. HIBS lost yesterday. Rangers in their worst run at home ever in the history of the football club. And Aberdeen get pumped 4-0. Just sums up Aberdeen, doesn't it? Really, really does. And you know what? Rangers were not very good in the first half. That's where we're going to begin. You know the score, right? Barry picks pretty much the exact same team. His favourites are in there. You know the score. Dessers is up front. Tav, you name it. Barami is suddenly beginning to play a lot more games of football now. And he had a stinker. He did get took out by... Who did he get took out by? Knotson, I think it might have been. I mean, potential check for a red, but it was never a red, man. He pulled it and he barely even touched him at that. I think the talk of a red's very, premature, and it was good to actually see Derek McKinnon say never a red. But yeah, I mean, in terms of Aberdeen, what chances did they make Liam Kelly do? I think they had they scored an offside goal with Daba. That was clearly offside, right? Rangers then had a bunch of other opportunities with Dessers, where there was a ball into the back post. I believe it was from Tav. Dessers, free header, you know the score, folks. Balloons it, right? Just absolutely frickin' balloons it into oblivion. Crap. And then he has another opportunity which is ballooned, and I believe he did score on his 6th attempt in the game in the second half, but he does score in the first half, but it's offside. Very similar to the goal against Celtic, to where a ball is played in and it nutmegs one of the players. It takes like three different like touches, but each single one, right? Despite being 3 separate touches before it gets to him, he's offside for each separate touch, and it's like, Dessers, mate, how's this work? It's almost a carbon copy of the goal against Celtic last week, but obviously doesn't stand. Rightfully ruled out. Then, like I said, Daba scores an offside goal, and what is there really to say about it? Aberdeen have a free kick, it's whipped in. The initial header for Daba is actually saved by Liam Kelly, but he then gets the rebound and 1-0, but it's offside. So, I mean, in terms of that, I mean, what is there to report? The first half was so bad, honestly. I watched the full game, and trying to do a watch along of that, man, it was tough. It was really, really tough. To say the least. But we go into the second half, and at least I think this is where things began to, spice up a bit. Nico Raskin plays first of all, Igamani come on, right, for Barami. Barami looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock or an injury, but again, I thought it was a blessing in disguise, because you're so much better with Igamani on the park. So Raskin plays a ball through the middle, finds Tierney. Tierney then just, outside the boot, puts it under Mitov, and it's like, just calm, cool, and collected. This is Dessers, man. He probably boots it straight at him, or he boots it at the stadium, or he does something, but when Tierney gets into these positions, man, it's good. It works, and this definitely worked, and then this pretty much unleashed, like, Nico Raskin. He's running down the left-hand side, does like a chop, comes back, and then puts it into the back of the net. Well, I say puts it in the back of the net, he fizzes it across for Dessers to put it into the back of the net. Rangers go 2-0 up. Really good. We have a few other chances, but like, despite us having a few other chances, like, what did Aberdeen do? What did Aberdeen do in this game of football, folks? This is a team, right, that knew they're 3 points behind Hibs. Rangers are in the worst form they've ever been in at Ibrox. Hibs lost yesterday. Here, if we win, we'll go level. Yeah, the goal difference ain't ideal, but here, beating Rangers, another incentive, and they rock up and get beat. Honestly embarrassing. Like, yeah, they had a few half chances here and there, and here at half time they brought on Pape Gay and Nisbet, and I'm even sitting there saying in the chat, like, here, Pape Gay and Nisbet, 2 players that I wouldn't mind at Rangers. Like, if you swapped them for 2 of our duds, like Danilo and Cortez, I think it's a bit unfair swapping anybody for Cortez, because you're getting an absolute donkey. But anyway, it's like, what chances did Aberdeen really have? I mean, at 2-0, I think it was it Polvara? It falls to an Aberdeen. I think he was making his first start in a couple of months, so it falls to him at the back post, and he manages to, like, hit it on the volley, but he hits it between, like, Tav and his teammate, and it just goes over. I mean, Liam Kelly didn't really have a lot to do. I think Pavard hit the post as well, but in terms of that for Aberdeen, there was nothing, man. There was like no outlay, no nothing. Just an absolute tragic state of affairs, to be brutally honest with them. Just people asking, is Jimmy Teeling going to get the sack? Which I don't think he will get the sack, man. I said even if he loses the next 3 games after this, because he's lost 4 now, the 4th last game against us. Even if he loses against Dundee United and Celtic, I just don't see how he's going to get the sack even if he loses the cup final, because everyone's expecting him to lose it. But I guess we're going to have one more stinker this season. Maybe this was the game to have it in, you know, the game you're already expected to lose. Not that you're expected to beat Celtic twice in your last 3 games, but it is what it is. We make it 3-0, we attack, Raskin does well, it then falls, bobbles up for Igamani, who just hits it first time on the volley, bottom left hand corner. This kid's got it, man. We need to see more of him from the start. Please, Barry. But see that spell, right, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend, oh, this was great. You know, the games were, we drew for each against Hibs, and we drew against Dundee, and we lost the cup final against Celtic, right? But see around that December, like early January period, where Igamani was starting up front, how much better did we seem just going forward? Like Igamani, man, hat-trick here, goal against Spurs there. He was getting goals, man. The guy was banging in goals. And I just want to see him start up front. It's like, Dessers has tried and tested it. What is the point? Honestly, like, what is the point? Dessers scored on his 6th attempt. Igamani here, just like, well, fuck it, I'm going to hit this. And you just knew he was going to hit it first time. And he did. And then even the other opportunity, like, the guy's in the corner. And he's doing keepy uppies and he flicks it over the guy's head. Can't remember who it was. He's a great player, man. And he's being completely underutilised right now with Barry Ferguson. He should be in for the get-go. It's as simple as that. What else happened? Yeah, we made it 4-0. Tierney shoots, hits off Jeffy, flies into the back of the net. Was a handball check, but it was deemed to be okay. And Jeffy gets his first goal for Rangers. So big Jeff, he's there to celebrate. Rangers win. No much really any other drama. There was a tifo at the start of the game, but I don't think there's going to be any investigations or anything like that over it. But yeah, man, Aberdeen. I think Aberdeen fans will be massively disappointed about this, man. It's just no good enough. It ain't. You know what I mean? It's really not. And I feel like after every goal, Mitov was screaming at his defenders. And they were defensively frail at the back, but we are a defensively frail team at the back. You'd expect a wee bit better for Aberdeen, but they lost, guys. Rangers won 4-0. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that everything's hunky-dory, because it's not, but it's good to actually win and not feel depressed after a weekend, I'll tell you that much.